Hey everyone, and welcome back to my mid-year Photocard collection update. Kind of can see I have a bunch of different binders lying on top of my desk right now. We have two big A4 size binders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A5 binders. And since I'm guessing it's going to take me a while to get through all of this, let's just jump right into this video. Going to start off this video with my Sangyeon collection, which lives in this big A4 binder. And it was technically completed until Cracker Entertainment announced that they would be releasing platform albums of all of the boys' previous albums leading up to, I think Maverick was the last one they did. So we are going to be seeing a bunch of white sleeves, which is annoying, but other than the platform PCs, my collection is actually complete. We have album PCs in the beginning with a cover. So we have their first album. The white sleeves are for the platform versions of each album. So I try to work around, I think most albums have their own page now. So this is, I don't even know which album this is, but this is their first album. The second album, which again the platform PCs are going to go here. Then we have this page, Bloom Bloom, which again platform PCs. Then we have this one. Then we have Dreamlike, Daydream and DIY version. We have Reveal, all three versions. And I'm pretty sure we got what they had previously released as the film photos for this album. I think that's going to be one of the new photo cards, so I will be adding those to my collection finally. Then we move into Stila, which is album PCs, and then I'm pretty sure that one of the sets of new PCs is going to basically be the Lenti, so I'm decided not to get them because I didn't need the Lenti as well as the same picture as a non-Lenti form. So I'm just going to get the other set of PCs that are new for Sangyeon, which is what I did for most albums. I tried to see if the photo cards were actually new or if they were just a different type of photo card from a picture we already had, because I thought that was kind of a waste of my money to pay to buy them. Plus this way Stila is on 2 9-pocket pages and that works out fine. We move into Thrill Ride, which I'm pretty sure I ended up getting. One of the sets has these pictures in non-lenti or non-sparkling form, but to make it work as 2 9-pocket pages, this was nicer to do. So yeah, Thrill Ride, all of the PCs. The express ticket lives on the back here. Then we move into Maverick. Sangyeon's ID lives back here. The units and then the new PCs are going to go right here, making this again a 2 9 pages worth of photo cards, which if you ask me is insane, but I also collect 17, so maybe not as insane. Then we move into Be Aware, right? I'm pretty sure it's Be Aware. The Whisper title track song. So we have the 3 emotion cards, the special kit, all of the random album photo cards for that album, the platform version, and luckily Maverick is the last album that I would have to collect again for any kind of PC, since everything else is complete and I didn't drop new platforms for Be Aware, which makes sense since we already had a platform album for Be Aware. So Be Aware. Then we move into Be Awake, which is complete except for the jewel case. Can't even find on Mercari, so I don't know when I'm going to get it. And you are going to see this in my other binders that I have fillers made now. They are laminated so I can reuse them over and over again. I figured that would be much more environmentally friendly to do it this way, so I have a bunch of those PCs throughout my other collections mostly, because Sangyeon is pretty complete and I don't plan on getting every single PC for him, which you will see later in the non-album part of my collection. But yeah, we have the Be Awake platform version with the selfie card, the concept card, and then on the side here is the QR code. Yeah, it is. I just put a sticker on top of it, yeah. Then we move into Sangyeon's Japanese album cards. We have Breaking Dawn down the middle, and then we have She's the Boss. We have Delicious PCs all on the way from Ryokyo. This is the other type of filler that I made for myself. Again, laminated so I can reuse them over and over again. But yeah. Then we move into Sangyeon's pre-order benefits and fan signs, all of that. Which I'm pretty sure I have them in chronological order, except for his Steeler PCs, because I only have these 6 at the moment, so I didn't feel it necessary to have them in order yet. But maybe when I get more pre-order benefits for earlier eras, I'm going to go back in and reorganize and stuff. Oh no, I have 7. This is the last Steeler PC. And then we start with Thrill Ride. They are, as I said, all in chronological order. So if you are wondering where any PC is from, the Twitter user, I think Oopsie Hack does them too, has great Sangyeon templates that I use pretty often. So you could check there for if you wanted to know where any of these cards are from, because there are just too many and I have the worst memory ever. So yeah, this is where Thrill Ride starts for pre-order benefits and fan signs and all of that. This continues right here. Still missing one. And then this is the final Thrill Ride fan sign card that I got, and then we move into Maverick down here. Still missing one Maverick card. And then this is the final Maverick card. And then we move into Be Aware. Again, all in chronological order as far as I'm aware. I might be missing some cards because I don't really collect lucky draws, so those are probably missing in my collection, but other than that, they are pretty much in chronological order. These two are pre-order lucky draws, but I was able to find them really easily, so I ended up getting them. And we have the by now traditional Halloween PCs, his Christmas PCs, and then we move into Be Awake era. So I'm still missing a couple of PCs, but it's fine. And these are the final 4 pre-order benefits that I have for now. An empty page for whenever the boys have their next comeback, and then we move into non-album stuff. This is all fan club PCs, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't been able to find, or I haven't looked up the 5th gen fan kit stuff yet, but that's just going to go right behind here. Season's greetings 20, 21, 22. Then we just have a bunch of random MD PCs that I ended up getting. A brand collaboration that I, for the life of me, cannot pronounce, so it's this. Then we have when the boys did the B-Zone tour, they had photo cards for a few different stops across their tour, so this is all of that. And then they did a DVD, so I have those 2 cards on the way as well. Then the Generation trading cards, I think it was, are on the way from Ryokyo. This is the AZ trading cards and stuff. It's mostly the B-Road trading cards, the B-Zone trading cards, and a few merchandise cards. The Boys FanCon trading card set, the Film Festival trading card sets, though I'm missing some of these, but they look basically identical, so I didn't get them all. their reveal. I think it was an online concert or something, which has trading cards, a ticket, yeah, and or maybe that's the ticket and that's a special card, something like that. And then lastly, I have basically a page of just random photo cards. These are magazine cards. This was, I don't even know what this is. Sometimes they have cute cards and I can say no to Sangyeon cards, so they live back here if they don't have a category that I put them into. But yeah, that's the final page in my Sangyeon collection. You can see the first person in this binder is 17th Vernon, which I considered my collection complete because I wasn't going to back collect 17. I was up to date from You Made My Dawn onwards. I was missing just one PC and I figured, hey, we're just going to consider that collection complete and move on with my collection from that album release. But then Pledis decided that they would finally re-release all of 17's earlier albums. So I'm hoping that some of the Vernon's cards are going to get more easily accessible to me and cheaper, so I can finally work and complete this collection as well. Which is why there are, again, fillers in here, because I decided that I would be back collecting Vernon, which aren't too many cards, luckily for me. But yeah, so I only have his Love and Letter repackaged photo card from the very early areas, so it's down here. Director's cut, I have one of the PCs already. This is Teenage and AL1, which I have one of his Teenage cards on the way. I need to update this here. We have You Make My Dawn, which I'm halfway there, luckily. You Made My Dawn, which this is the card I have on the way now, so this collection is actually complete now. And my Vernon collection starting with You Made My Dawn upwards is also complete, which feels great. Then we have the massive amount of PCs, or we thought it was insane when it first happened, of an ode. I have all of Vernon's cards, and because he loves to take such similar PCs, I remember I thought I had gotten both of these PCs and I was like, yes, an ode is done. And then as I was storing my PCs, I was like, shit, I'm missing, I think it was the P sign that I was missing, so I was like, no. Went on Nyokyo, bought it, and it's been complete for a while now, but I remember just thinking like, because whenever I buy Vernon cards, I really pay attention to the details, because sometimes it's just the smallest difference in background or something that is a different card, but you have to pay attention with Vernon. So yeah, an ode. Then I have one on the back here because 20 cards won't fit on 18 slots. The rest of an ode, again with the photo card on the back. Then we have Hengare, and like, for example, if you weren't really paying close attention, you might buy this card twice instead of getting both of these. So you have to pay attention to the background with, or like even here, it's so similar that you have to be like, wait, what is it actually the card I'm missing? Is it the greenery in the background, or is it mostly the blue background and stuff like this? Because Vernon likes to make it difficult for all of us. Then we have Semicolon, which I think I pulled one and traded the other card, so that was easy. This was very easy. Thank you 17 for giving us just 3 cards that were very different. Again, we are back with Vernon takes very similar photo cards. This is for Ataka, like Ataka version 1, 2, 3. Ataka, what? Oh, Ataka Carrot version, Face the Sun Carrot version, Ataka pre-order benefit, which I think I got with one of my Nyokyo sets, so I just kept it. Face the Sun, EP 1, 2, 3, 4, and this card took me so long to get because for a while there you couldn't use Mercari with Nyokyo, so I had to rely on Rakuma, and they just did not have this photo card. I was starting to think that it was like not really easily available, or that so many people wanted it that it didn't exist anymore. But as soon as we could use Mercari again, I found it, and now this collection is also complete. we have EP5, Face the Sun V-verse version, a Face the Sun pre-order benefit, which I'm not even sure which one, but it's a Japanese pre-order benefit. Then we move into Sector 17, which these two, right? No, these two and these two are the regular album versions. These two are the compact versions of the album, and then this one was the kit version. Yes, I got it right. And V-verse version, pre-order benefits, a bunch of different ones for Sector 17. FML V-verse version, FML regular album versions, FML carrot version at the top and the bottom, kit version, deluxe version, and then some random non-album cards. I have two of the Going magazine one, and then they're in the soup cards, because in the soup is the best type of content we can get, if we are being honest. So yeah, that's my Vernon collection, almost complete, but not quite yet. And then we move into Twice, which this collection is technically complete, though it's still mostly at the Neokyo warehouse, which is why you're going to see a bunch of on the way cards or pink sleeves or anything. That's just for me a reminder to myself that those cards are on the way. The story begins, page 2, Twice Coaster Lane 1, and let me tell you, Devil Nyan was so difficult to find. I kept finding it for 16 euros or more, and I was like, I am not paying 16 euros for one photo card. But I ended up finding it eventually. We have Twice Coaster Lane 2, Signal, which again, the blue border one was very difficult to find. I ended up with basically 2 sets of the other 3 cards, but I could not find a set that included the blue border one, but we did it in the end. We did it, Joe, we did it! Then we move into Twicegram, Merry and Happy, all on the way. What is Love, all on the way. Summer Nights, which I actually had a good amount of cards, which I didn't even realize until looking at it now. 6 cards of the 11. But yeah, and then I think it was the Summer Nights border, or one of these that the signature border. I had such trouble finding it. But yeah, this is all going to be complete and maybe rearranged at a later point to make it match more, I don't know. Yes or Yes is complete, including the hand card that I got that they had. Then we have the Year of Yes, which is on the way and complete. We have Fancy You, and the Ring Pop, which I figured would be one of the more difficult cards, is also done. Feel Special is going to be done. This right here are my new on the way photo cards that I designed in quotation marks. This isn't really design work, but that I made for myself, so I could just indicate where a card is from, if it's Instagram, eBay or Neokyo, which are the most common used places for me to find photo cards. Then we have More and More, which is on the way. One card, I actually have on hand, but I didn't want to put it away before my next starting video. I got it in a Instagram trade. Eyes Wide Open is going to be complete. Taste of Love, I bought Nyan's, was it Lenti, I think? I bought her Lenti, so that's going to go down here. And then this is also complete again. Formula of Love, which has been complete. Between 1 and 2, which is complete. Ready to Be, which is complete. Right, this is her jewel case and message card. The rest are the regular album cards. Then we have Nyan solo cards, which are all on the way and will be complete, including the message cards. Then I just have some bigger inclusions in the back here, which I don't really collect for any of the people I collect. I just keep whatever I pull in my albums. This I've had for ages, but I don't remember if I traded the cards away or if I sold them, which was stupid in hindsight, but yeah. It's this, and then we have some 2 pocket items back here. So yeah, this is my Nyan and Vernon collection, which hopefully can stay in this binder. If not, I'm probably going to switch it to move it back into 2 smaller A4 binders, but for now they live in this big A4 binder. Into my A5 size binder, starting with this The Voice one, which has a nice little collage at the front. This one holds mostly non-album full group stuff, because I didn't want to put it into the Sangyun binder, and this is just way easier to store and limits myself a little bit as far as how many cards I get. So we have there, here's just a bunch of Sangyun IDs, and then we move into full group IDs for the other boys from their season's greetings that we got in 2022. So we have Jacob, Jesus, not me blanking on the names, Hyunjae and Younghoon. I'm pretty sure Hyunjae, Younghoon. I can't believe it's been years and I still don't have the names down. I am so sorry. Juyeon, Kevin, Johnny, Jungmin, Haknyeon, Sanu, and Eric. Then we have a few album cards that I just could not give up when I pulled them, so they live back here, as well as these Kevin cards. Then we have, I ended up getting full member sets for their platform album, so I just put them in here. And I think I got the names wrong earlier, because this is also in age order and it tells me that it's Kevin and then Younghoon. Oh, not Kevin, Jacob, Younghoon, Hyunjae, Juyeon, Kevin and Jungmin. No, Johnny, Jungmin, Haknyeon, Sanu, and of course we have Eric. So this is just some OT11 sets that live back in here. You can move into my Donghoon from Ace binder, which this collection is complete as well, but now that the members are slowly coming back from military service, hopefully we are going to be getting new music and new photocards and new albums and just more Ace soon. So yes, this is their Butterfly Fantasy album PCs, which finally I have completed, because this card I wasn't able to find for the longest time, but we have it now. So Butterfly Fantasy up until here. Siren Dawn starts down here. The group and unit PCs that are double-sided, Donghoon's PCs which were double-sided, a Makestar pre-order benefit, another Makestar benefit, and we move into Changer, the last album that I did before military service. So, album cards and Polaroids, then some merchandise, because when you can't get any more album cards, at some point you're going to buy other stuff that you find, just so you have more of your bias, which I'm realizing I still need to double sleeve. Okay, this was their season's greetings for 2021, I think. Yes, some merchandise cards, some bigger inclusions that I have. What is this? A Polaroid, a sticker pack, or tattoos, and then it's just the back cover with Yu-chan on it. Next up we have Mr. Bangchan, who I also completed technically, except the cards are still at Nyokyo, but yeah, so, and I actually was able to use my new on the way photo cards for this collection. So this is all going to be filled in soon, and I could have technically waited for those cards to arrive before I filmed this collection video, but I am still missing like 15 or so orders, so I figured we are just going to film this now, and then in December we can see the progress when I film my next photo card collection update video. Oh wait, I didn't even tell you which album the cards were from, right? So I Am Not, this is I Am Who, yes, an I Am Who concept card. Miro goes until here. I Am You starts down, no, Yellowwood, and excuse me, Yellowwood, Levanta, up until here. One single Go Live card, but this is all going to get filled in soon. No Easy, the Christmas Evil, Ordinary, then we move into Maxident down here, a Music Plant pre-order card, or yeah, I think it was a pre-order card. And then 5-star is going to go back here, but of course I didn't pull Bangchan, so I had to get his cards off of Neokyo. And then this was part of No Easy. So that was the pre-order back booklet that I cut up into more photocard sized items and put at the back of my collection. And one more cover. This is still part of my Nyan collection, but it just has all of the pre-order cards that I've gotten over the years, or with some photo cards I had gotten pre-order benefits, so they are in here as well. But I usually just get one album, then I just keep that album's pre-order benefits. I don't actively go out of my way to collect them, but yeah. And I decided to just put each member, since I have Nyan at the front, the other members are just back and forth for between 1 and 2 and ready to be. And that's it already. This binder used to have more cards in it, but since I moved Nyan into an A4 binder, it no longer has any cards in it. Then we move into my other girlies binder, which starts with Ives Howl. So this is I'm still missing her ID, which hopefully I'm going to find at some point, but if not, it's fine. So this is 11, Love Dive, After Like. Then this is where 11 Japan is going to go. Ive, which is just, I don't know. And this is her jewel case. Her special version is going to go in here. And then I kind of thought I hadn't fully remembered how many cards I had, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to make it so that the album ends on a row. So I bought one more. So I bought one pop, and then as I was putting them in, I was like, shit, now I have an empty spot. So I had to buy another pop to go here. So Ive ends on a row. Then we have Howl's Wave PCs, which are going to go in here, and that's it. Her collection is complete again. This is a New Jeans card that I just keep at the front here because I couldn't decide what to put in this spot right here decoration wise, so I'm just using a photo card. But actually this section starts off with the Seraphim. So we have Yanjin and Kazuha from their first album, which was Fearless. Then we have again Yanjun and a group photo card from Anti-Fragile. I don't know her name, god damn it. But yeah, we have this one from Unforgiven, and then a filler down here. Then we have New Jeans. For their debut album, I actually got the OT5 version, so I have all of the members and the ID. Then for the next version, I got, I think it was Honey. Yes, it was Honey. So I got her 5 photo cards, which the other one was at the front of the section. And that's it, because I don't really collect that many girl groups. But yes, my K-pop girlies. Then we have my BTS mini binder, which I've been kicking myself a lot for selling off all of my BTS cards that I had previously, because I figured my situation was much different back then. So I was like, I'm never going to complete this collection, so I might as well say goodbye to it and have the cards go to new homes who are also excited to have them. And then of course my situation changed, and I was actually in a place where I could buy PCs, but I am not going to go back and collect JK. That boy is too expensive. So I'm just going to collect their their solo releases, which I can't believe Big Hit isn't giving us a proper JK solo album. It's just a digital single, and I think some actual CD copies for the US, but like, Big Hit, you know we want that solo album. But yeah, we have, and same for Hobie. I can't believe I can't play Jack in the Box in my car because my car is ancient and I can't play CDs, but we didn't get a CD for Jack in the Box, so I'm very disappointed. But maybe next album we are going to get a physical CD from Hobie. So we have Jack in a Box, Jin's Astronaut, which I didn't get a physical copy for because it's just a single album and I don't really do single albums for any of my artists. Indigo, which was Chef's Kiss' brilliant album. I bought a version of that. Jimin's Face, I bought both versions, of course. Jimin is part of my Bites line if you didn't know, so yeah, I had to have both versions. Same would have been true for JK if he had a physical album, but yeah, so those are the cards that you get in each album. Wait, I'm confused. Oh yeah, these are the cards that you get in each version. And then his 3 random cards. Then we have D-Day, which again, brilliant album, love it. So those 2, and then there is still some space for whenever we get JK and then Tae. Though for Tae I'm probably going to just get cards the same way I did with Jin, because I don't really usually vibe with Tae's music, so it will just be 2 PCs or something to have a momentum of Tae's solo releases and stuff. Into my last binder, which doesn't have a cover page or anything, but I mean, I have artists where I just buy an album because I know I loved it. Because I know I love them, I love their music usually, so that obviously goes for 80s. I have tried to collect their albums, but then I was like, this is too, 80s have a lot of photo cards, especially in more recent era, so I was like, no, I'm just going to get an album version. And since we had a preview of the photo cards, I decided to go with the Z version, which had the sunglasses and the Toast PCs, and I was like, yes, that's the album I would like to have. So I bought that version. I pulled, I think I have Songwa, yes, I have Songwa's Toast PC, but that's again stored away. And then I was like, okay, so I was just going to keep my pulls or trade for Songwa, because he's my bias in 80s. Then I was like, let's do Songwa and Woo Young, because again, bias line. So I had it set up so that I would have the Toast version for both Songwa and Woo Young and the sunglasses. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Then I saw how cute a few other PC sets were for this album, so I was like, okay, we are also going to add the Sprout version PC and the Neck Punch PC, because they were also cute. And then like I said, I had already had the sunglass version from my own copy, so I was like, okay, cool, fine. And then as I was looking at, then I was so much into my 80s feels that I was like, you know what, we are going to do top 4, which for me is Songwa, Hongjoong, Yuno, and then Woo Young, but not Songwa and Woo are tied for first place, and then it's Hongjoong and Yuno. I was like, okay, cool. So yes, we have top 4 for the Toast version PCs incoming, the Sprout version for Hwa and Woo Young, the Neck Punch, the Hiding PCs, which are just so stupidly cute, the Sunglass PCs, all on the way from Ryokyo. Then, of course, I love Han Sung-woo. I have both of his previous albums, so yes, I pre-ordered a version of his album, which all of the photo cards are going to go right here. Then we have Monster X's I Am, who just has some of the best solo release. I loved his previous one, Duality. I was listening to it on repeat, so of course I had to get a copy of his album as well, which the cards are going to go here, which are probably like, why are you showing me this binder? There are no PCs in it, but haha, there are right here. This is just going to be my random PCs, because I bought an album and wanted to keep the pulls, or like 17 I collect Venom, but this Mingyu PC is so cute I couldn't give it up. I usually buy TXT's albums because they make great music. Same for Kai's solo stuff, so these things just go into this binder. And I just now realizing, speaking of Kai, that I need to add one for EXO for the digipack, which I ordered. But yeah, whatever I pull in that album is going to go into this binder as well. Okay, so that's all of my photo cards as of July 5th, 2023. So 2 big A4 binders, 1, 2, 3, 7 A5 binders. I also have some binders for bigger inclusions, but I don't actually or actively collect them, so I don't really show that off. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you again for the next one, which is probably going to be my massive gnocchi haul of like 90 orders in it. So yeah, see you guys soon. Bye!